1. Rules of life by which the winner lives. By what internal rules does the winner live, and by which, the loser? Why are people afraid to take risks and remain average all their lives? How to raise a future winner? How to rewrite your script and develop the qualities of the winner in yourself? Query. As a child, I often heard from my parents, "You can't do anything. Be careful. If it doesn't work, don't do it." And here's the result: I'm afraid to take risks in life, I'm afraid of failure. And there is a dream to open your own business, there is a good education, plans. But as soon as something doesn't work out, I immediately give up. I often blame other people and circumstances for my mistakes. I think I'm a loser. How to become a winner in life? 1. Lost, abstained. There are 3 life scenarios: winner, non-winner, loser. The scenario is laid down up to 8 years, then repeatedly adjusted during life, but the main points still remain. The main points are the bar of achievements, the attitude to oneself, to life, to the opposite sex. A person follows his script unconsciously. The winners achieve their goal at the scheduled time. In life, they manage to realize a lot, and often it seems to others that they are just lucky. Of course, the winners also have failures and difficulties, but even defeats become the foundation of future victories for them. At the same time, the winners live in harmony with themselves and the people around them. They love life and know how to enjoy it. They believe in themselves and take full responsibility for their lives. Most of them were desirable children and had loving parents who did not limit their freedom too much, allowing them to develop and learn new things. As children, little winners often heard, "You are good, smart, beautiful, I love you, you will succeed." Often the parents of the winners are the winners themselves. The bulk of the population belongs to the non-conquerors. They manage to do some of what they have planned. For example, a person who dreamed of becoming a famous musician as a child teaches music at the Lyceum. Non-losers are afraid to take risks, they are used to being like everyone else and not standing out from the crowd. These are average and grey mice. And happiness is conquered by the brave. However, the invincers know how to take comfort quickly. They do not always feel happy, loved and successful, but there are bright, joyful moments in their lives. In childhood, the invincers most often heard such words: "You are like everyone else, people do not have this, better a in the hand than a crane in the sky." Losers, even under the most favorable external circumstances, lose, get sick, fly out of work, sleep, etc. At the same time, failures are perceived by them as something inevitable and familiar. "Again I am for the old, there is no happiness in life," losers tell themselves. Even if the loser accidentally achieves success, this success does not make him happy. "You're no good anyway," a parent's voice rings in his head. Excruciating mental discord, melancholy, problems in relationships with people are frequent companions of losers. As children, they were loved too little. Perhaps it was an unwanted child who interfered with the implementation of parental plans. It happens that a loser parent passes on to his son or daughter his own scenario: "The female share is bitter, you will be the same as your father." The script is not something frozen, once and for all certain. You can rewrite your life scenario, but for this you need to work very hard. To begin with, you need to learn the rules of life by which the winners live and abandon the old attitudes of the loser, or invincible. Rules of the winner's life. Mirror rule. The people around me are my mirrors. They reflect aspects of my own personality that I often don't realize. For example, if someone is rude to me, it means that I myself am ready to be rude in my heart. So there is no one to be offended by, you need to work on your own internal aggression. Inner negativity, aggression, anger, resentment, envy, always manifests itself externally. In life, there are people or circumstances that reflect our inner world. The winner wants to see positive, successful, kind, sympathetic people around him, so he develops these qualities in himself. And it attracts such people to itself. The rule of choice. I understand and realize that everything that happens in my life is the result of my own choice, based on my feelings and sensations. So there is no one to complain about. The author of my destiny is myself. The winner will never blame himself for making the wrong choices made in the past. We always make the best choice at the moment, based on our attitudes, personal development, life circumstances. After a while, life attitudes may change, and that choice seems wrong, but at that time it was the best choice. Liability rule. I am ready to take responsibility for my choice and refuse any self-justifications, they are useless. The winner fully takes responsibility for his life, does not throw off his responsibility to other people and circumstances. And you can act only when the responsibility is in your hands. If nothing depends on you, then why do anything at all? The winner believes that 90% everything depends on him, and 10% on life circumstances. 4. Margin of error rule. I am aware of the error of my opinions and judgments. Attachment to a sense of one's own rightness sooner or later leads to a personal catastrophe. Whoever firmly believes in his image of the world does not see the real world. This rule gives the winner flexibility, the ability to adapt to changing life circumstances. The winner knows how to forgive himself and others' mistakes and mistakes. Any mistakes become a lesson from which benefit is learned and a bridge for future victories. A compliance rule. I have exactly what I do, no more, no less, whether it's about relationships, positions, or money. So all my claims are meaningless. When I change my attitude to what is happening, circumstances also change. I want a lot of money, a good position, a gorgeous car, a beautiful woman, so I have to match myself. As soon as my inner world corresponds to this, all this will be in my life. The rule of presence is here and now. The past is gone, because it is no longer there. There is no future because there is none yet. Attachment to the past leads to depression, preoccupation with the future generates anxiety. The winner knows how to live in the present, not to cling to the experience of the past and not to be afraid of the future. Exercise week of victories over yourself. Someone wise said, the true winner is the one who has managed to defeat himself. Read the rules of the winner's life. Are they always your rules in life? To get closer to the psychology of the winner, observe one of the rules thoroughly every day. For example, Monday is the mirror rule. Observe your surroundings, how you are reflected by other people, spouse, children, co-workers, random passers-by. A person who does not know you subconsciously reads information from you and behaves accordingly. Mentally let go of resentments and anger, recharge with the energy of kindness and love. How do others behave now? On Tuesday, be aware of your choice in everything. Choice is not always something global. We make thousands of small choices a day. Watch TV or read a book. To remain silent or to quarrel. Go to the gym or have a beer. Any choice is already a part of your future. Environment, take responsibility for everything that happens to you. Thursday, forgive yourself for all the mistakes, write down your fundamental beliefs and think about it, and is that always the case? Does your rigid principle prevent you from living? Friday, think about what you have now, corresponds to your inner peace. That's the hardest part, we always feel like we deserve more. But it is these beliefs that prevent us from changing, becoming better. Saturday, live only here and now, be aware of every step, be present mentally only in the present moment, do not hover in the clouds. Now read the loser's rules. Notice how often you reason and feel this way. If, often, go back to the winner's rules under the same number and live another day, week, month, with this rule. 6 Rules of Defeat of Life. I criticize and condemn others, i.e. blame the mirror. I make claims to the world instead of realizing what is happening to me as a result of my own choices. The reason for what is happening to me is anyone or anything but me. I renounce my own responsibility for what happens to me and seek to shift it to other people or circumstances. I expect someone to come to me and give me happiness. I am categorically convinced of my own rightness and believe in the unconditional truth of my concepts, opinions, attitudes. If I'm wrong about something, it's hard for me to forgive myself. I make claims and claims about what I don't meet. I believe I deserve so much more than life gives me. I am attached to the experience of the past and constantly look back. I often worry about the future. Just the numbers. Among the surveyed men and women aged 40 to 55 years, 16% have achieved everything they dreamed of, consider themselves winners. 75% have implemented only part of their plans, consider themselves average. 9% have not achieved anything that they dreamed of and consider themselves losers. Psychology of the winner. How to become a winner in life. Do you want to improve your standard of living, but do not know how to do it? You need to radically change your way of thinking. If you can do this, and then change your habits, then positive changes will not be long in coming. What is the psychology of the winner? Set goals. A person who swims through life without having any goals will not achieve anything in the end. To land on any shore, the ship must have at least some kind of map. Let it be inaccurate, let some islands on it not be marked, but in general terms the guide to action should be in your hands. Mastering the psychology of the winner, you need to sit down and make a wish list. Then, convert everything you want into specific goals. For example, your desire may look like this: I want to lose weight. The goal should be measurable and achievable, for example, I want to lose 3 kilograms in 2 months. In this spirit, reformulate all your desires. You can't write a list of your goals in one sitting. Set aside a week for this. Make a habit every time a thought, desire, or idea comes to mind, write it down in a notebook or take a note on your phone. Then you can make a general picture of what you are interested in and what you really want from such fragmentary desires. Do not be afraid to act. The goals are ready, now you need to implement them. The psychology of the winner says, don't be afraid to act. Any desire is not given to a person without the strength to realize it. If you want something badly, then you will be able to realize it. At this point, you should outline all your goals step by step. When you have a lot of projects, it's hard to choose the main one. Prioritize what you want to do first, and what you can put off for later. Now specify the actions. If you want to make repairs in the hall, then the first action should be the collection of analogs. The second action is the preparation of a design project. The third is the preparation of estimates and the search for a construction team. When your goal is painted in steps, it becomes much easier to act. You don't have to do all the work in a day. Do one action at a time or break down large steps into smaller ones. So you will be able to realize your plans and, most importantly, not be afraid to take the first step. Boost your self-esteem. What is the main thing in the psychology of the winner? A person should feel confident. Today, many young people want to seem cool and confident, but in fact they can beautifully play the role of a person they are not. Therefore, you need to raise your self-esteem. There is no need to prove anything to anyone or boast about something. You need to be confident and persistent. Learn to be selfish. Don't be afraid to be judged. A person lives once, and his life should be satisfied in the first place. Therefore, one should not be subservient to other people, even those who have status and power. Take for granted your uniqueness. Yes, perhaps today you are not such an important person, but nothing prevents you from becoming one. Therefore, do not think that if you lack something, then you are worse than others. And remember that the main character trait of the winner is high self-esteem or, if you like, self-confidence. But remember not to be conceited. Always soberly assess your strength. Connect with people more. Regardless of whether you know how to communicate with people or not, you need to do it daily. It is in establishing social contacts that a person should spend most of his time. The people around you, your team, should help you grow. There is no point in communicating with losers who constantly complain about their unhappy lives and the troubles that incessantly fall on their heads. Communicate more with entrepreneurs and with successful personalities who will tell you that life is a wonderful gift that not everyone can appreciate. The personality shapes its surroundings. That's what the school of life is all about. Having correctly chosen your teachers, you can successfully conquer many peaks and bypass an incredible number of pitfalls. To find the right people, you will have to communicate a lot. Meet wherever the opportunity presents itself. Talk to people in cafes, in offices, in queues. It is impossible to say in advance where you can meet a person who will become a mentor. Constantly learning. A person can be proud of himself only if he has time to keep up with the times. Today, there are plenty of opportunities that people are missing out on. If you want to go through the school of life and master all the lessons it will teach, you need to constantly learn. A person will not have enough of the knowledge that he received at school and institute. Any job will require a lot more. An educated person should be well versed in the field of his specialization, read a lot and be fluent in several foreign languages. Are you doing all that? Awesome! Don't have enough time for self-education? A person will always find time for what he is interested in. Are you lacking motivation? Sign up for courses, pay for them in advance, and then you will definitely be able to pass the material you are interested in quickly and efficiently. It doesn't matter which way you get the information. The main thing is that a person does not slip in place, but moves forward. Don't be afraid to go your own way. How to become a winner? You need to put aside your fears and thoughts about what people will think of you. Most of those around you have not achieved success and are unlikely to achieve it. Do you want to be like them? If not, then do not be afraid to act and do not seek support from those people whose lives you do not admire. Are you afraid to start your own business because your friend said the idea was a failure? And who is your friend? A mechanic from a nearby garage? A man who has 5 credits and who is struggling to make ends meet? Such people are not the best advisors. If you want to hear someone's opinion, then ask successful entrepreneurs. But even if they say that your idea is a failure, this does not mean that it really is. Many geniuses were not understood by contemporaries. So don't try to please everyone. You won't be able to do it anyway. Be afraid of losing yourself and wasting potential. Self-control, read more on. What is the main skill of a winner? The ability to control your emotions. A person should be able to be cool in any situation. That's when he'll be successful. If a person makes decisions under an influx of feelings or emotions, he will not be able to become a winner. A person should learn to accept any news calmly, as well as learn to behave restrainedly in disputes and quarrels. If you keep your feelings under control, your head will be able to work normally and everything will always go according to plan. When emotions are taken under control, try to move a little further. Start controlling your actions and gestures. It's very difficult to talk and think about how you stand and how your arms and legs work at the same time. But when you gain conscious control over your body, you will come to understand how important body language is during communication. You can read people, understand them better, and even feel their mood swings. Learn to listen. What's the difference between a winner and a loser? The second doesn't know how to listen. This skill is not acquired intentionally. Neither at home nor at school are children forced to delve carefully into speech. Therefore, many people only superficially hear the thought of the interlocutor, without burdening themselves with the desire to understand the position of the opponent. People like to talk more than they do listen. The winner must learn a unique skill. Try listening while someone is saying something to you, rather than formulating your own thought. Let at first you have gaps in speech, but later, when the habit of listening and understanding the thought of the interlocutor becomes stronger, you will learn to get along with people and look at one problem from different points of view. Learn to understand people. Have you ever had this? You talk to a person, and it seems that the interlocutor does not understand you at all? This often happens to those who do not know how to formulate their thoughts. Maybe you think that you are a delightful speaker, but in fact it may turn out that you cannot connect two words. Practice more. Turn on the voice recorder and record your speeches. Play the delirium generator. For 5 minutes, talk about any topic without deviating from it. The more you talk, the better you'll be able to do it. A self-confident person who is able to express himself intelligibly and convey his thoughts to the interlocutor can achieve a lot in life. Never be jealous. What does it mean to be a winner in life? A person who is satisfied with what he has always feels better and freer than someone who will desire a lot. Winners are not the people who have it all. These are people who know how to be happy with it in their hands. This does not mean that you should not look at the crane. This means that there is no need to envy. Everything will come to you in time, if you put in enough effort. Do not worry about other people's money, for the fact that a person unreasonably spends it and for the fact that the neighbor has more than you. You can be inspired by the examples of rich people, but in no case envy them. How to become a real winner in life? It's up to you to decide who to be, how to live and what to do. No one will stop you in choosing. Everything will be as you decide. But how long will it take you to realize yourself? It all depends on what you do every day. How to become a real winner in life? Only the one who has defeated himself wins in this life. Who has conquered his fear, his laziness, and his insecurities. How different is your life from where you were a year or two ago? Are there positive changes? Or maybe things have gotten worse or nothing is changing at all. It's time to realize yourself in life. It's time to be a winner in life in the literal sense, not a loser. Almost any goal can be achieved. But the problem is that we are limited to years of life. Someone will need a couple of years, and others will not have enough life or will have time only for old age. How to achieve the goal in the shortest possible time? How to become a real winner in life and achieve your goal? 1. Get up earlier than you're used to and give yourself time to prepare. 2. Write down the main goals for the day every morning. 3. Invest energy, money, and time in development, not entertainment. 4. Check email and notifications on your phone as infrequently as possible. 5. Think and analyze actions more, rather than acting by accident. 6. Clearly set life priorities and decide what is most important. 7. Eliminate everything superfluous from life that interferes, takes time and effort. 8. Give yourself a rest, go for walks and get enough sleep. 9. Get more experience and connect more with the right people. 10. Make a specific plan for the week, month, 6 months, year, and 3 years. 11. Become more flexible and adaptive to any situation. 12. Focus your work every moment, not be distracted by 100 extraneous things. 13. What matters is not your status of life, but how you grow and develop. 14. Go in for sports and lead an active lifestyle. 15. Learn not to run away from problems, but to solve them. 16. Drink more water and eat healthy. 17. Focus on achieving goals, not leisure or entertainment. 18. Hone your skills, grow professionally every day. 19. Analyze your changes every month and adjust your strategy. 20. Increase your speed and diligence. Diligence and perseverance. Life is short. By their daily actions, everyone chooses who to be, a loser or a winner. Who are you? If you want to win in life by life, then you need to develop as a person and at the same time build healthy, happy relationships with others. The best option is to choose a fruitful lifestyle full of love and positive emotions. Always give preference to healthy thoughts, relationships, and daily decisions. Develop as a person. 1. Train a confident way of thinking. Confidence is one of those skills that can be acquired. Even if at first you are not too confident in yourself, after a while the practice will make you a more confident and happy person. Try to think about your life in a positive way. Tell yourself that you are capable of overcoming any obstacle. Even when in doubt, try to use confident body language. Watch your posture while you're moving and when you're sitting. Do not cross your arms on your chest. It is better to rest your palms on your hips. A simple smile, even a strained one, will instantly increase the feeling of confidence and improve your mood due to the release of endorphins in the brain. Resist negative thoughts. Every time you think about yourself in a negative way, stop and replace that thought with a positive or neutral idea. For example, the thought, "I am nothing," can be replaced by the idea, "I am important to myself and others." 2. Don't stop learning. Keep learning your whole life. The process of acquiring knowledge will help you maintain mental acuity, reduce the likelihood of developing diseases like Alzheimer's, and also allow you to always find interesting topics for fascinating conversations. Start exploring topics that are of interest to you, such as video game design or vintage outfits from different eras. 3. Follow what is happening in the world, breakthroughs in science and medicine, political news, or events in the art world and the latest news. Stay connected to the world around you. Acquire new skills, learn to knit, learn foreign languages or astrophysics. Read books and articles, watch news and documentaries, work with educational materials online to keep learning. 3. Learn from your mistakes. Even the most successful, rich, and healthy people make mistakes and experience failures, no matter what they do. Sometimes the mistakes are the fault of the person himself, sometimes the circumstances. Success in life is determined by the ability to respond to such shortcomings and failures. 4. Your attitude to life determines the perception of everything around you. Get rid of expectations, start accepting life as it is. This approach allows you to cope with any situation on your way. 5. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. In case of a mistake, think about why everything happened the way it did and what did you learn? What should I change next time? If you want to learn from your mistakes, then first start acknowledging them. If you know where you made a mistake, then finding a solution will be much easier. 4. Get out of your comfort zone. At first, such actions can cause excitement or annoyance, but such an experience will help you gain confidence and teach you to live in conditions of uncertainty. You can try both intense activities like long parachute jumps or rock climbing, and start with something more mundane like meeting new people or overcoming the fear of public speaking. 6. Move towards the goal in small steps. For example, try talking to one stranger or making one phone call a week to overcome social anxiety. Perhaps, over time, you will be able to attend events on your own and even regularly communicate with strangers. Try to take at least a small step outside of your comfort zone every day. After a while, you'll learn to better deal with the fear of the unknown and keep yourself in check in potentially stressful situations. Your readiness depends on the experience you have. 5. Follow your passions and find a calling that will help you realize yourself. Vocation and hobbies give life meaning. It can be a profession or hobby, a passion, or a side project. Analyze your interests, hobbies, and hobbies. They will help you choose your real calling. 2. Even if you fail to realize all your dreams, hobbies can still become an important part of everyday life. Even if you have not become a famous actor, no one prevents you from giving acting lessons or playing roles in amateur theater. If the hobby has not become your profession, then try to list all the advantages of your work. Make a list that can include nice employees, helping people, and even just a good salary. 6. Try to express gratitude daily. Gratitude allows you to lead a meaningful life and realize yourself. Every day you find things you are grateful for. Write them down or say how much they mean to you. 8. When a person expresses gratitude, he thereby shows that there is a place for positive moments in his life, even if everything is not going well now. For example, if a loved one has died, you have the right to be sad. But at the same time, try to focus not on death, but on how grateful you are that there was such a person in your life. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down all the little things that happen every day and for which you are grateful. Such actions allow you to form a habit. 7. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness will help you experience all the sensations in the present moment in their entirety. Take a couple of minutes and pay attention to your surroundings. Notice the sights, sounds, sensations and smells. Don't try to evaluate every aspect, don't think beautiful sky or cold wind, but just notice what's happening around you. Meditation is a great way to start practicing mindfulness. To do this, you just need to sit quietly for 15 minutes a day. Breathe deeply and focus only on your breathing. If you are distracted, then again switch your attention to breathing. It is also possible to practice mindfulness while eating. Pay attention to the texture of the product, smooth, crispy, hard, taste, salty, sweet, spicy, temperature, hot, cold. At the table, do not be distracted by the TV and do not read. Mindfulness helps to cope with depression and anxiety, reduce stress levels, improve memory, concentration, and increase emotional stability. 8. Accept the consequences of your actions. Life is a sequence of decisions and choices. To control your life, you need to be responsible for your decisions and not behave as if nothing depends on you. Don't blame others, accept responsibility and do whatever is necessary to fix the situation. Give up negative or destructive reactions to events. For example, if a friend said nasty things behind your back, then do not try to take revenge or be rude in response. Just ignore the remark or try to politely discuss the situation. A person is not able to control all aspects of life, but he can definitely control the reaction to such events. For example, if you have a disease, then you do not need to ask a question like, "Why me?" Let this event make you live the way you have always wanted. Method D2. Build a fulfilling relationship. 1. Surround yourself with positive and caring people. People around you can support you in difficult moments or interfere with your well-being. People with reliable and caring friends tend to be happier and live longer. Build relationships that help you get better. Remember to actively maintain relationships with close friends. Periodically go to the cafe for a cup of coffee or just be interested in life events through messages. Avoid toxic personalities and bad friends. If the person doesn't listen to you or treats you badly, don't waste time on them. Just don't maintain that kind of relationship. Appreciate the people who support you. They should feel your love and trust. It's impossible to please everyone. Don't worry about people who don't appreciate you and don't care about you. It is better to strengthen relationships with those who appreciate and respect you as a person. 2. Don't be afraid to show your vulnerability. Share your sincere experiences with others and do not strive to meet expectations. Take the liberty of just being yourself and not being afraid of being rejected. The right people will be right next to you. Show them the real you. Be yourself to develop strong relationships with those who value you and care for you. Don't try to put your life on the shelves. Be open with the people closest to you. 3. Ask for help when you need it. Sometimes it is not easy to admit that it is difficult for you now and a helping hand will not interfere, but it is better not to try to solve everything on your own. If you ask for help, then close people will ease your burden. If you are going through a difficult time or you just need to move the sofa, then turn to close friends. Real friends are always ready to help, and if not, then you will find out in time that these people are just your buddies. In the case of depression, anxiety, or a streak of life failures, you can contact a psychotherapist or psychologist who will help you find a solution to many problems. 4. Don't hold a grudge against people. Give up feelings of hatred. Resentment is a surefire way to be unhappy and constantly upset. If the person upsets you, ignore the situation or talk to them and don't make a conflict. For example, if you are offended, then you do not need to be angry with a person for several days. You need to let go of your anger. If you need to speak up, say something like, "Look, I was hurt when you compared me to an elephant." 5. Build productive romantic relationships. Romantic relationships are extremely important for many people, but make sure that there is a person next to you who supports you and helps you become better. Otherwise, the relationship will bring more tension and problems than joy and happiness. Do not assume that you can change a person. If it constantly seems that something needs to be changed in a person, then he is not suitable for you. If he treats you badly, you need to end the relationship and not believe the beliefs that the person will change. Romantic relationships need to be built with a person you trust, which gives you a sense of confidence and importance. There must be mutual respect between the partners. If you don't have a couple, be able to enjoy being alone. Think about the benefits of being alone. You only need to consider your own desires, you can focus on yourself, and spend a lot of time with friends. 6. Participate in society. You can volunteer or help others to live a full life. How? Through participation in society. Charity reduces stress and helps you experience a sense of joy, optimism, and control over your own life more fully. If you don't have much to share, then help in any way you can. So, you can donate 100 or 500 rubles for a project on Kickstarter, which you consider important, or help people in other ways, for example, to devote your time to important things. Help your loved ones. If your mom or husband does all the house cleaning, then help them every week. Look after your brother's children or take your grandmother to a doctor's appointment. 7. Don't compare yourself to others. Each person has different talents, abilities, opportunities, and achievements. Evaluate yourself by your own, not someone else's standards. Comparisons with others will only bring you disappointment. In some moments, life is simply unfair. Everyone faces such situations. Just remember the phrase, to each his own. The only person you need to compare yourself to is yourself. Think about what you've gotten better at over the past week or what you've learned. Respect other people's achievements and do not think about how they are better than yours. For example, if your friend receives a scholarship, then you do not need to think, I am so stupid, I will never earn a scholarship. In this case, you should say to yourself, my friend tried very hard to deserve a scholarship. I'm so happy for her. 8. Learn to actively listen to people. Such a skill is very often ignored or underestimated. Don't talk to people at the same time and don't think about your next line. It's better to keep an open mind and absorb a person's every word. Try actively listening. Rephrase what you hear to show your attention. Maintain eye contact with the interlocutor. If your thoughts start to wander, then ask the person to repeat. You can politely say, I was thinking about your last thought and got a little distracted. Could you do it again? Do not look at the phone during a conversation. If you are expecting an incredibly important message or call, then inform the interlocutor about it in advance. Method 3. Take care of your health. 1. Give preference to a healthy diet. Proper nutrition will improve your mood and overall health. Try to find a middle ground between healthy and delicious food to improve well-being and quality of life. Eat plenty of fruits and vegetables, at least 5 servings a day. Give preference to lean, rather than fatty meat. Eat fish, poultry, eggs, soybeans, beans and nuts. They contain healthy fats and proteins that energize. Choose the right carbohydrates to provide a reserve of strength for the day. You need nutrient and fiber-rich foods like quinoa, oatmeal, unpolished rice, and whole wheat to win in life. Do not abuse sugar, salt, and processed foods. 2. Drink plenty of water and other fluids. The body is largely composed of water, and dehydration can cause headaches, loss of strength and drowsiness. Drink plenty of fluids to replenish the body's water reserves. Men should drink about 15.5 glasses, 3.7 liters, of fluid per day, and women should drink about 11.5 glasses, 2.7 liters, per day. You can use a water bottle with measuring strips. Tea, coffee, flavored water, and skim milk also allow you to replenish the body's fluid supply. 3. Try to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. Lack of sleep leads to mental and physical health problems, and also reduces efficiency during the day. It is advisable to go to bed and get up at the same time every day. The body will certainly be grateful to you for such constancy. Turn off all electronic devices 30 minutes before bedtime. The backlight of the screens prevents you from falling asleep. Use soothing rituals before going to bed, drink chamomile tea, read a book or take a bath. Teens need to sleep more than adults. The norm for a teenager is 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night. 4. Exercise for at least 30 minutes a day. During exercise, chemicals are released in the brain that improve mood, well-being and give confidence. Try to walk 30 minutes a day, dance to music or do yoga. If you want your body to stay in great shape, do more vigorous exercise 2 to 3 times a week. Try running, working with weight, doing kickboxing. 5. Take care of yourself. Your happiness and success in life depend only on you. Taking care of yourself will allow you to be happy with yourself and your life. Come up with special rituals that will help you pamper yourself and relax. Plan personal time every day, whether it's a short break or a long period of time. Do what you love or don't do anything at all to relax. For example, you can plan face masks for the evening, take a bath with foam, do needlework, yoga, or aromatherapy. It's okay to pamper yourself. Buy a book you've wanted to buy for a long time, treat yourself to a piece of chocolate cake, or head to a nearby town for a weekend. You deserve such a gift. Never forget your needs. Selflessness is a wonderful quality, but do not deprive yourself of joy. For example, you don't always need to cook dinner or take on all the projects at work. Tips. Do things that fascinate you so that your enthusiasm is noticeable to the naked eye. Don't be afraid of yourself. Try to feel confident in yourself and not be embarrassed. Don't think about yesterday. Build a solid foundation for tomorrow today. It's impossible to please everyone. Accept the fact that some people won't care about you and others will give you their love and care. Many believe that if the first attempt is not successful, then nothing will work. If you do not stop trying, then you can succeed. Psychology of a winner in life. Some people are used to living in the role of a victim and at the same time being losers. However, why do some achieve everything they want, while others remain at the broken trough? How to become a winner? Let's list a few rules. You should not pay attention to the negative, you need to rejoice even in minor successes and notice the positive around. Moving towards the goal, think about how much you have already overcome, and not how much is still left. Learn to set realistic goals. Learn to be positive about the competition, as if you were participating in a competition. Reconsider your social circle, excluding from it people who are constantly dissatisfied with something and are lazy. Take time for self-development, because knowledge is a wealth that can be useful in any situation. Remember that there is only one life, and you should not live it in a bad mood, with the wrong people, doing not your own business. How do you become winners? In this case, the family and upbringing have a great influence on the formation of personality. If children are used to spending time alone, and parents are constantly busy with something, then often such children grow up closed and insecure. Such a child does not have an understanding of how to properly build relationships in society. If the child in the family is given enough attention, and he understands that he is loved, then at an older age he becomes confident and benevolent. Such individuals always know what they want and understand how to achieve their goal. Winner's mindset. First of all, you need to understand that no matter what character you have, and no matter how you behave, someone will still be offended by you. Conversely, when a person begins to be flattered, while behind the back they discuss and hate. Communicate with people you like. Leave communication with arrogant people who do not see anything beyond their own nose, but at the same time try to respect the opinions and boundaries of other people. Each person is special, even if in a crowd he merges with the rest. Don't live on a roll and don't do what absolutely everyone else does. Start living your life, for example, by changing your usual diet, or come up with your crowning phrases. Learn not to worry about trifles, because what seems to be an unsolved problem today tomorrow may turn out to be an ordinary trifle that you can look at through a smile. Do not hope that your life will change for the better by itself. You have to understand where reality is and where you're just fantasizing. Learn to set goals and move towards them. If you want to become a winner in life and succeed, then you should set yourself big goals and achieve them, work hard, and also abandon the influence of stereotypes. It will not be superfluous to work on your own self-esteem, because only the winner in life is completely confident in himself and his own abilities. Wanting to become a winner, you must begin to act and not adapt to others. 30 Laws of Winners that will help you achieve success in life. 1. Be decisive and do not postpone things for later. 2. Constantly learn new things. 3. Enjoy every day you live. 4. Focus on income-generating activities. Take time for finances and personal growth. 5. Love yourself. Become a valuable person in society. 6. Get things done on time. 7. Be calm and stress-resistant. 8. Learn to overcome difficulties. 9. Follow the examples of successful people to achieve your goals. 10. Have discipline and improve your will of life. 11. Dream and make your dreams come true. 12. Watch your health. 13. Don't be afraid of criticism. 14. Get the job done 110%. 15. Do not be afraid of problems, but use them as an incentive for personal growth. 16. Be your boss and subordinate. 17. Set high goals. 18. Give and help people what they need. 19. Do not be distracted in the process of work. 20. Start important things as soon as possible. 21. Take responsibility for complex issues and decisions. 22. Learn to cope with your fears. 23. Focus on your strengths. 24. Be able to give and forgive. 25. Handle money skillfully. 26. Constantly evolve. 27. Surround yourself with positive surroundings and examples. 28. Turn your discontent and your mistakes as life lessons to achieve your goals. 29. Be able to forgive. 30. Never complain or whine, be responsible for your actions and words. What happens if you apply the laws of winners? Start now to live the life that you would like to see it at the end. Winners' laws will help you. Learn to manage your own life. It is correct to treat criticism from others. Turn dissatisfaction with oneself into an incentive to achieve success. Earn more money. To achieve genuine recognition. It is not necessary to try to fulfill all of the above listed, the main thing is to choose for yourself the 2 to 3 most important and use them in your life. Once they become a habit you can use and incorporate others into your life. Set a goal. Now with the help of the laws of winners, you will be able to embody it in your life. Do you want to build a successful business? Then do not try to understand how the one who has already achieved success thinks, but learn to listen to your own intuition. Most small business founders and owners have little idea what it means to be a winner. Through this, trying to understand how the one who has achieved success thinks, they take an example from Richard Branson, Mark Cuban, and others. But the way of thinking is just the beginning. Success in the long run relies on the ability to listen to one's own intuition as much, and sometimes more, than on the ability to think. It is based not only on understanding oneself, but also on relationships with others. Success is, first of all, experience and quality of execution, and not brilliant ideas. Success is the ability to act, not to measure. And it starts with a mindset that determines how you are going to behave. The way of thinking of a successful person encourages action. If I'm not the best, then it's someone else. Everyone talks about how important it is to love your job. But if you are just one of many thousands who do the same thing in the same way, it is unlikely that you will be satisfied with the result of your own actions. Passion for your own business is a good start. However, this is just the beginning. To become a winner, you need to be the best in your chosen field. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. If you start doing something and don't finish the job, you won't be a winner. Because success isn't something short-lived, it's a game that lasts a lifetime. I listen to others, but I trust only myself. Success is just the ability to make the right decisions. Information is power, but today everyone has access to the same data, hence the rules of the game are relatively flat. So, it's helpful to be surrounded by the best, real leaders, but when you're the boss, personal success is at stake. So trust your own intuition. There's no point in telling people what they want to hear. More clicks, more imitators, that's what everyone wants. People are afraid of offending others or giving up negative. Therefore, many people post and spread meaningless, thoughtless, utopian advice and reflections. Your value is in telling people the truth, especially if they don't want to hear it. Ideas that I do not implement do not exist for me. Ideas are only thoughts. Everyone has them. Content is simply an idea in paper or electronic form. Everyone is capable of generating them. The only difference is what you actually do, in what you perform, in what you give to others. Everything else is empty talk. If everyone does do it differently, why would a person who wants to be a winner get hung up on social media and digital marketing? That's what everyone you meet is already doing. You can't win that way, but you'll just be stuck in the trenches of this war for a long time. If you use the same tools as all the others and do the same things you do, you won't be any different from the rest. Period. Following others, I give up the chance to be a leader. Call it whatever you want, tribe, herd, pack, crowd, organization, company, but there is always one person, one leader ahead. You could be that person or someone else. There's nothing wrong with being a copycat. But if you are a copycat, but consider yourself a leader, then you are greatly mistaken. Customers don't care about concepts and content, they value real solutions in business. There is only one fundamental concept: customers need to sell products and services. Therefore, those goods and services that satisfy the most serious, painful problems of people are becoming popular. Big problem plus good solution equals big win. Remember this equation. I'm not happy with my own achievements. The main feature of champions is their deep dissatisfaction with personal achievements. And indeed, you should not expect good from success. Defeat sucks. Everyone around says defeat is a good thing. But only because losing hurts. If it is painful enough, you see what exactly went wrong, you can learn something and not repeat similar mistakes again. You will become stronger and wiser. However, this will not happen if the defeat is not selfless for you. There is no need to be afraid of losing, but do not confuse this with winning. Your goal is not to lose, but to win. So remember, the way you think only matters when it motivates you to act. Victory is action. How to take advantage of nonverbal communication and always be a winner. 1 hand on the chin. You can hint to a person that the conversation has dragged on and it's time to stop it with a simple gesture. It is enough to put your chin on the palm clenched in a fist and slightly tilt your head to the side. A milder hint involves simply applying the palm to the cheek or chin. 2. Silence at the first meeting. Starting a conversation immediately after the meeting is unacceptable. In order to leave a good impression, you will have to wait a couple of seconds. At this time, you can move the chair, remove the outer clothing or open the bag. A person always needs to consider the interlocutor. It is difficult to do this during a conversation, which means that it will unnerve him. 3. Trying to see the color of the eyes. In 3-5 seconds, you can establish the necessary eye contact. Refusing to look into the eyes or paying too close attention is harmful. And, to enhance a good impression, it is enough to look at the bridge of the nose and try to smile with your eyes. It is important to remember, you cannot look closely at certain parts of the body, as well as the lips and forehead. 4. A close look at the forehead. Sometimes it is difficult to stop toxic interlocutors, but just look at the forehead of such a person and the situation will change dramatically. Such a look symbolizes dominance, it can suppress even the most toxic people. 5. Direction of the sock in the direction of the interlocutor. When a person's sock is addressed to the interlocutor, it is clearly interesting. It is not necessary to do this with two legs at once, you can do it alone in any position. Thus, the personal border is not violated, the advice is relevant even at business meetings. 6. Mechanical movement. If you need to think and make the right decision without any questions, you will have to perform machine movement. For example, start wiping glasses or spinning a button, you can even try to fix some of the things on yourself. So the interlocutor will understand that they are thinking about his question and will not distract. 7. Touching the leg of the glass. If there is a desire to express sympathy for a person, it is enough to stroke a cylindrical object, for example, the leg of a glass. Instead of a glass, you can use a ring or even a written pen. True, this method is suitable only for women, such movements are undesirable for men. 8. Location on the left side. Psychologists have come to an interesting discovery, if you are located on the left side of other personalities, it allows you to show your superiority. Somehow, personalities on the left side make a stronger impression, perhaps people are used to reading from left to right, so they look at everything around them in the same order. 9. The sign OK in society. You can show your authority in any company with the sign OK. Society will not feel aggression, but will definitely pay attention and begin to listen. It is enough to imagine that something small, for example, a needle, is held between the thumb and index finger. These simple rules will make it easy to become a winner in any situation, even with strangers. Therefore, you can always use these techniques, especially when meeting with business partners. In the view of most people, winners are those who easily move up the career ladder, have power, social status, high rank, give orders, and with one stroke of the pen solve global issues and live a rich, interesting life that brings tangible fruits. And who are the non-winners? Most often, non-winners are people who do not aspire anywhere, who believe that their business is small, living modestly and without ambitions. Many of them at the same time condemn everything that is somehow connected with the attributes of success. 3. It happens, however, that non-winners strive for something all their lives, but they do not do it skillfully and, as a result, do not achieve anything. They do not get a promotion, envy classmates or acquaintances who have achieved anything in this life and all the time feel like a victim of circumstances beyond their control, swearing fate and not expecting anything good from it in the future. There is another paradoxical category of non-winners. People in this category strive for success all their lives. They work hard, they are proactive, they achieve a lot. They make a career, they make money. But all the time they remain unsatisfied, because the bar of their requirements is raised to an unattainable height and the level of success always turns out to be below the level of their ambitions and claims. What are the distinguishing features of those who became winners? Successful people always put the opportunity to be happy above all else, and not the achievement of some external, ostentatious attributes of the standard of living. They are always flexible in making their decisions and never act according to the same pattern. This allows them to make optimal decisions in each specific situation depending on the circumstances. Even without immediately seeing possible solutions, the winner does not panic or depression. He understands perfectly well that he cannot know the answers to all questions, but that there is always a way out of any situation. They will never try to shift some important decisions on the shoulders of others, relying on themselves for everything. They live easily and sincerely enjoy life, as well as their own and others' successes. They are able to enjoy everything that this life gives: communication, rest, friendship, work. At the same time, the winner always knows the value of cooperation and is able to get along well with people, understanding that the people around him, colleagues, acquaintances, this is the most valuable resource with which he can achieve even more, and always skillfully uses his connections in solving various problems. Can this be learned? Despite the fact that our childhood and the environment in which we grew up cannot be changed, we may well influence our life today and become what we would like. Try on the image of a person who is able to live a full life, not to dwell on minor troubles, to make independent decisions, who knows how to get along with people and understands that the world is imperfect, and therefore does not hover in the clouds, but accepts reality as it is and feels confident in this reality. And most importantly, always remember, you live once and life should give you pleasure, and not bring negative emotions and bad mood. Become a winner who believes in yourself, live in harmony with the world around you, Do not waste your life fighting windmills, enjoy every new day and be happy. Learn to set realistic goals for yourself. Don't put anyone's opinion first. Decide what is interesting to you and do it. Concentrate on your own tasks. Do what is not necessary for someone, but for yourself. Become a person who is able to set your goals correctly. 6 Life Principles of a Winner. Winners are fundamentally different from mere mortals. Someone sees the reason in talent, physical data, and intellectual abilities. I am convinced that it's all about the type of thinking. It is the way these people think that makes them champions, not the data set. I also believe that anyone can learn to think the same way through reflection and practice. I have compiled a list of 6 key principles of champion thinking. 1. Champions firmly believe in themselves. Or in a higher power. They really believe that they are the best in the business. They believe they can achieve their goals. Some champions are convinced that higher powers lead them to success. It doesn't matter what to believe. Without sincere faith in oneself or in a spiritual helper, there is no way. 2. Champions, ardent students. They never stop learning. In any case, the champion seeks to grab more information. They never stop behaving like beginners, grasping at any opportunity. The champion tries to learn new things, hone their skills, everything that will bring them even one step closer to the goal. Leaders in sports and business never stop in self-development. And they do it greedily. Instead of asking how much do I need to exercise each day? The champion asks himself the question, how much can I do every day? Can you see the difference? 3. Champions do not lose heart. The thinking of the champion is distinguished by both flexibility and steadfastness. They are aware that they can cope with any difficulties, and they really want it. Moving forward never stops against all odds. This dedication is easily explained. The champion knows that nothing falls from the sky, everything is only in his hands. When it gets tight, the champion is not afraid to take full responsibility and steer the situation. Another truth helps the champion to go forward: he knows that his main enemy is himself. 4. Champions own themselves. The champion lives here and now. I mean, it doesn't get distracted by thoughts of likely failure or success, it doesn't let emotions take over. Mastery of such thinking requires the champion to clearly focus on efficiency in the here and now. They are able to discard emotional baggage, if at this moment it prevents them from acting. There is a time for idle reflection. The champion skillfully muffles the noise between his ears, realizing that he will not go far. 5. The champion is friends with his body. The champion knows that if his body is not in good shape, he will not be able to give his all on the way to his goal. Therefore, he prefers to love and take care of himself. He eats well and tries to improve physically. Despite his hard work and constant employment, he necessarily allocates time to meet all physical needs. Do not forget about the banal physical discharge in the gym. Constant tension and driven has not yet brought anyone to good. This can only kill any enthusiasm. 6. Champion plays in a team. Behind every leader is a team. Whether it's family, friends, colleagues, or mentors, there's someone who helps a person become a champion. In any field of activity, champions rely on the support of others. This gives them strength and confident focus. Support can consist only in encouragement, it can be sensible advice, personal experience. The champion surrounds himself with those who support his motivation and understand the importance of his goals. To become great, you need to surround yourself with great ones.